What's going on YouTube? It's your guy, Darren, the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. I talk about fashion and fragrance on this channel. So if you're into looking good and smelling great, you have found the right channel. So show your interest by hitting subscribe and make sure you enable notifications by hitting that bell icon as well. So anytime I upload a new video, you're going to be one of the first people to get notified. So on today's video, guys, I'm going to be jumping into some very unique fragrances that I have in my collection that are great, standout fragrances that absolutely nobody talks about. Sincerely, I challenge you to look across the landscape of YouTube and search for a lot of these fragrances, and you're not going to find much commentary on any of the fragrances that I'm going to discuss today, but that does not change the fact that they are really, really good. And in a world of fragrances where it's inundated with the same this and that, I thought that it would be refreshing to talk about some fragrances that nobody else is talking about, man. So if you want to see what I have on the list, you want to hear about some unique fragrances and some fragrances that are flying under the radar, then you know the routine. Keep it locked right here. Let's get it. Calm today.
The Bowtie Fragrance Guy.
All right, guys, we are back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. Let's jump right into this video. Like I said in the opening, guys, I'm super excited about this video because these are going to be some fragrances that you've probably never heard about. Or even if you've heard about them, you don't have much information on them as far as people reviewing or really speaking about the fragrances. Now, this first fragrance, or the first three fragrances, actually come from the same brand. And I am super thankful to So Avant-Garde for introducing me to this brand, because they have some really standout fragrances. And I have three of them that I want to show you. It's a brand called State of Mind. And when I first saw the fragrances, I thought that it was a brand new fragrance house because I had never heard of the brand. But they actually came out in 2017, and they have some amazing fragrances. And I want to highlight three of them on this list. So the first fragrance from the brand that I want to really talk to you guys about is this one. It's called Spontaneous Generosity. Look at this, unique bottles. Never heard of this brand prior to getting these. And I want to tell you guys, you need to look into this brand because, again, nobody's talking about it. This one has fig, tonka bean, caramel, cherry. So this, when you put your nose to it, this kind of reminded me of a combination of like Lost Cherry from Tom Ford and Tobacco Vanille. This thing is absolutely standout. And like I said, nobody is talking about this brand or this particular fragrance, of course. And it is a phenomenal scent. They have two more that I really feel like people need to get their nose on. Secrets of Success is another one. This is a cinnamon-based fragrance. It has a little bit of sweetness as well. I think tonka bean is in this as well, but cinnamon, tonka bean, has a little bit of oud on it. Oh my God, I think this is my favorite one. It's out of that and Spontaneous Generosity, but guys, seriously, oh my God, this is good. That cinnamon opening just really blew me away when I put it on my skin. This one is called Secrets of Success. And if you want a freshie, this one is next level. This is called Sense of Humor. Just check out the bottle, guys. Sense of Humor has some citron in here. Like I said, kind of citrusy and signature scent. Worthy fragrance right here. Oh, it smells really good. There may be some fig in here because this kind of reminds me of Pacific Chill from Louis Vuitton and Luxuriance from Cartier. And I've talked a lot about those fragrances. It kind of has a similar vibe to it to me. Guys, you got to put your nose on this stuff. Of course, guys, I have a code that you can use at So Avant-Garde. And I'll flash it across the screen here because you can get 20% off of these fragrances. And seriously, nobody's talking about these fragrances. So these are ones that I really think you guys should get your nose on. So I'll make sure I link that down below. Another fragrance that I've talked about a lot here lately, I've mentioned it a few times, is a brand called Un Nuit Nomade. And guys, if you love amber, you got to get your nose on this fragrance. Nobody's talking about this. It's called Ombre Conjar. And this is going to obviously feature the note of amber. Just look at the color of that juice, guys. But a standout note in here, yep, plum. Look at that juice color. Oh, my God, this is so good. If you love amber, this is so good. Guys, you got to get your nose on this fragrance. But like I said, nobody really talks about the brand of Unuit Nomad. And they have some other offerings from this brand that I've sampled that I really, really like. And I'm probably going to get a bottle of those pretty soon. But looking for a great plum-based fragrance and amber, try Ombre Canjar. All right, guys, this next fragrance, I knew I wanted to try it because I just wanted to see if I liked it enough to get a bottle because I love the bottle presentation so much. But this is from the brand of Unique Luxury, and this is called Mashumaro. And again, just this bottle, one of the top 10 in the collection. I love red, and this is just a gorgeous bottle presentation. But this fragrance is really a contrast because you have these really sweet elements like praline. There's a marshmallow accord in here. I think caramel is in this one as well. But then you have this incense in the opening that kind of offset it. So it's kind of like if you ever camped out before growing up. And of course you get the stick and you put the roasted marshmallows on the fire. That's kind of sort of what this smells like. Such a unique fragrance. I can tell you guys now, you're probably going to see this probably on my winter or fall seasonal list because it's just a unique standout fragrance. So Unique Luxury fragrances extract the Parfums, so it performs like crazy. Very unique scent that nobody's talking about. From Unique Luxury, this is called Mashumaro. All right, guys, this next fragrance is from the brand of Profumum, Roma, and I've talked about this one before, but this one's called Chorizo. Guys, I got some news for you. I saw some of these fragrances for the first time on FragranceNet from this brand. I've never seen them there before. They're not hugely discounted, but you know, I think the retail is about $280, $285, $300 on most of them, and I think they're around $240, $245 on FragranceNet. But just to plug, this is like chocolate cake. Chocolate cake, kind of ambery, chocolate accord, phenomenal scent. This brand has been around for quite some time, but it's just not a brand that gets a lot of attention. That could be because it's not as accessible. Like I said, you don't really find this oftentimes on too many discounters. That's why I'm so surprised. For the first time ever in life, I've seen them on FragranceNet. But this is a very unique fragrance and a brand that doesn't get a lot of attention. So certainly if you want to smell unique, this is a very unique fragrance because it's like ambery, patchouli, chocolatey, just standout fragrance from Profumum Roma. This is Chorizo. All right, guys, now this next fragrance comes from the brand of Stefan Humbert Lucas, and this is called Sand Dance. This is Sand Dance. I want to send a shout out to my boy Ryan, man. I'm going to link his website down below. Ryan is a friend of mine that, you know, was a subscriber to the channel. We converse all the time on Instagram and things of that nature, but he sent me this fragrance. And the brand of Stefan Humbert Lucas is a brand that has kind of picked up some steam here over the last 2 years, but still not a highly talked about brand, and certainly not this particular fragrance called Sand Dance. This is just has elements of all the things I love in fragrances. There's a slightly booziness, there's whiskey in here. There's like this, it definitely has this chocolatey kind of nuance to it as well, some tonka beans, so it's sweet. Again, just the kind of fragrance that I thoroughly enjoy. So I want to send a shout out to Ryan once again for introducing me to this fragrance. Like I said, this is really unique. The brand is unique, but it just doesn't get a lot of attention. It does not change the fact, as I always say, that this is a really good, and they have some really good offerings as well from this house. I think I have another one called Taka Makan, which is another great amber fragrance in my collection. But check this one out, guys, if you can. This is called Sand Dance. And guys, last but not least on the list, a fragrance that I thought may have gotten a lot of attention, but it did not. It comes from a popular brand, but this fragrance didn't get talked about a lot, man. It's called a Manhattan from Roja Parfums. Now, this particular fragrance, when I first saw it on Neiman Marcus' website, I didn't initially get it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait a minute. Then I went back to get it. It wasn't there anymore. I don't know exactly what happened with the release, but it was pulled off the shelves for some reason. I don't know, but I was glad when it came back. I bought mine from Neiman Marcus, and I love this fragrance. Oh man, some of the main notes to my nose, there's vanilla, there's tobacco, lavender, cinnamon, clove. So it's kind of like this really contrast between these spices and these ambery balsamic nuances of this fragrance. I think there's some basil in the opening as well. You guys know how Roja does fragrances. There's a lot of notes in here. Coconut as well, very prominent note. Just a unique fragrance. And like I said, that's what this list is about. Unique fragrances that nobody talks about, and this one definitely fits that description. This is another fragrance you're going to hear a lot more about in the upcoming months, because it's getting cold outside, and I think cool temperatures is perfect for this fragrance. So this one, another one that kind of flies under the radar in my humble opinion, from the brand of Roja Parfums. This is called Manhattan. But that is it, guys. That's my time. I hope you enjoyed this video today. What are some fragrances you have in your collection that you feel are unique that nobody really talks about? I would love to hear from you down in the comment section. And as always, I sincerely appreciate you guys' time and attention to these videos. I know you don't have to watch, but you do, and I sincerely appreciate that. Don't forget, guys, to make sure you take a few moments to like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you are sharing these videos out to some other folks out there that you think could use the information or find it entertaining. Because I'm your guy, Terry, I'm the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. I love to look good, and of course, I love to smell amazing. So until next time, guys, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side.